Every year, we did something different for April Fools, and each year, we get a bit more ambitious. For this year, I knew I wanted to film something, but with limited time, limited budget, and various COVID precautions, the project has to be small. So a fake movie in a fake video essay sounds feasible. I knew from the beginning that it will have to be a fake documentary. That way I can justify having only one location and one character, which would make the film shoot a lot easier. I also knew it will have to be a Chinese documentary because most people subscribe to us for Asian cinema content. I knew everyone expects to learn something factual, in this case the negative side effects of the economic reform. Lastly, I have to write quickly in a tight schedule, which is why I turned to the genre I'm most familiar with, horror. With these limitations in mind, the rest is just a lot of idea grinding. Well, I said a lot, but the idea surprisingly came to me rather quickly. No idea where the concept originated from, it just came to me. Going into production, we only had one day to shoot, and by one day, I mean 5 hours. We didn't even get to see the location beforehand. It was an Airbnb. We just checked in, set up our equipment, moved some furniture around, and winged it from there. These interview shots, we had to remove this table and turn this couch around to get this angle. The B&B host lives downstairs. Thank God she didn't find out. Since we were faking a movie, we needed a cinema quality camera. So Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera it is. Yep, that is an SSD on top of a monitor on top of the camera. It's a low-cost camera, but it doesn't mean the image quality is bad. It just means it's less versatile. A typical cinema camera can look good all the way up to light sensitivity of 8000 ISO, if not more. Blackmagic, I say, looks good only at a maximum of 1600. But as long as we keep its sensitivity low, we can still achieve cinema quality visual. We just need more lights. So, we shot in the day instead of night. The Blackmagic does have its own set of advantages too. For example, you don't need a whole team of people to operate it. Sometimes, because of the room layout, we have to put the camera on the bed. With a small camera, we can just grab this door thing and put the camera on top. That right there is filmmaking. All of your favorite movies are made with endless duct tapes and garbage bags. Lighting was equally low cost. Typical film lights have a power output of anywhere from 500 to 5000 watts. The LED panels we used are more like 200 watts equivalent if that. While the luminosity is enough for modern cameras, it does, once again, limit our options. That is a shame because a well-paced light is enough to make an empty wall look interesting. It's the difference between a vlog video and a film production. Luckily, my cinematographer is always efficient, even with limitation. Halfway through writing the script, I realized I would need to have Chinese footage. So I put out a call for Chinese videographers and basically got overwhelmed by the number of responses. Big thanks to everyone who responded. Despite this being a, shall we say, less than glamorous project, our videographer nevertheless captured some stunning footage, multiple takes per shot requested, and some additional shots that weren't requested at all. Dude, I have no idea how you managed to know what I need, but I really appreciate it. All in all, 19 gigabytes worth of footage was filmed, and it took something like 8 hours to get them across the earth. We had to find a Chinese cloud storage, and I had to route the whole thing through a Hong Kong VPN. Let's take a few more seconds to appreciate them. It's so nice to be able to hold on to shots for longer than 5 seconds. Most of the clips are original footage. I can show them at length without fearing copyright issues. A few comments point out how the editing feels better than usual, and I think that's the reason. I just have way more creative control over the project. Still, with just a 5-hour shoot, we didn't capture everything we needed, so we have to throw in quite a few stock clips. This shot, for example, is stock footage. I changed the sweater to match the character's costume and hide the shot even more with some glitches. Speaking of color, originally we were looking for a colder color palette, similar to an elephant sitting still, but the location we booked ended up having a much warmer tone, so we ended up with a warm and low contrast visual. As you can see, a simple color grade can change the footage a lot. Another thing we have to do is the video glitch, the thing that gives this video its identity. It's a process called data moshing. I won't be going into details here. Simply put, I use some outdated software to delete frames from videos. Without those frames, the files don't know when the cut is made, so all pixels stay longer than they should. It required a lot of tinkering to get it to feel right, but I think the result is worth it. The intention is to mess with your head, making you question what you see. That said, because of the tight production schedule, not everything was perfect. The VR goggle we used, when turned on, would light up like a Christmas tree. We didn't have the processing unit, so the plan was to add the LED lights in post. That means doing all these lights frame by frame. My cinematographer told me to ignore it and focus on more important parts. I think she was right. After everything, this overly elaborate joke cost about 1,000 Canadian dollars. I will never be able to recoup the money spent on this video, but the reaction I got from you all is priceless. It may just be a short video, but we treat it as if it were a film production. From the actors to the crew, to people who offered help, everyone who participated in this project put in the best effort. And judging from people's genuine disappointment when they found out the film isn't real, I guess the grind was a successful one. In a way, it's very flattering.